Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Wild West Exodus from Warcradle Studios Gunfight at Red Oak starter set. But first of all I want to say a huge thank you to Goblin Gaming who sent me the box set out. What we're going to do now is just take a quick look around the box. We'll take a look around at all the contents of the box and then the meat of the box set itself, all the miniatures built up. Okay, so let's get started. So taking a look around the box guys, we can see we have the miniatures in the CAD form on the back of the box. CAD stands for computer aided design, so these are all the mock-ups of the miniatures and they look absolutely epic guys. The reason that I've got onto this is because of the miniatures. I've not had chance to read the rulebook much yet. I do intend to get a game in the next couple of weeks, but I've just fallen in love with the miniatures, and the world of like the steampunk western theme is just absolutely epic. So that's the back of the box. Let's open up the box, and the packaging is top notch guys. As you can see, you've got this silver inlay in this like a wooden oak effect to the box, which is a really nice touch. We get a little leaflet telling you to go over to Warcradle Studios, or Wild West Exodus I should say. That's really important that you do that guys, because you don't get no instructions to build the miniatures in the box. They're all on the website. Now we get our rulebook, and the rulebook is really nice guys. It's I think A5 in size, and it has got how many pages? About 119 pages, and the pages are really thick and good quality. And it starts off with a story at the start of the book, then it goes over the rules, and then towards the back of the book it goes over the factions that are involved in Wild West Exodus. Okay. Then we get 3 sprues. Now as you can see, all the sprues are empty because I've built all the miniatures up, because it's much better to show you the miniatures all built up and how they look than on the sprues. But what I can tell you about the sprues is that they're all alphabetically and numerically numbered. Now this makes it super simple to put them together, because each one of the miniatures would start off at say A1, A2, A3, A4 and so on, and then the next miniature would go on to B. So it makes it really easy to clip them off the sprues. Now the ones that didn't come numbered are the robots. Now the robots, I say robots, dogs, the like robotic dogs, didn't have numbered parts, and they was a little bit more challenging to put together than everything else, but still fairly straightforward. We have some D10 dice. This game uses D10 dice, not D6 guys. We have our stack cards. I'll just open this up guys. And there's our stack card for Jesse James. Frank James. And I really like the way they've done the action point, the movement and that sort of thing in the style of a chamber of a gun. It's really clever. And we've got a Frontier Outrider I should say, and the artwork's really nice. And then we've got those gun dogs, which are nice. This is an attack dog. Common rules, that'll come in handy. Conditions. And then we got another attack dog, Ranger Interceptor, a gun dog, Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Lawman Faction Posse, and other quick rule guides. Okay, we also get actions and adventure cards. Now the the adventure cards are what we use during the game, I believe, and also the action points. If I can just pull these out, they are tightly packed, guys. So here we've got our adventure cards, and as you can see, each one tells a different, has a different write-up on them. Okay, and then we have action point cards. And as I say, guys, I'd love to be able to tell you exactly how everything works, but I've literally just only had this a day. I've had a very brief look at the rules, so I can't actually comment on the game at this moment in time, but hopefully I'll be able to do a updated video in a few weeks' time when I get a game. So they've got different values ranging from 1 all the way up to 5, I believe. I think there's only one card that has 5 on it. And we get like a blast template. And then we get a range ruler, and these are conditions, I believe: hazard, stunned, what's that one say, hunkered, disordered, and on the lookout. So that's the contents of the box set as regards to the rulebook, cards, and templates and dice. But now we're going to come to the most exciting part for me personally, the miniatures themselves. So we'll be back in a minute and we'll have a look at the miniatures. Okay, up first we've got the attack dogs, guys, and as you can see, they're all mechanical and they look absolutely wonderful. These was a tiny bit fiddly to put together, but nothing too taxing, to be honest. First thing I need to mention, guys, is the bases. These bases are probably the nicest bases I've ever seen straight out of the box. Each base looks designed like a plinth, and they just look wonderful. They look even better when we show you the oval bases in a moment, but I just love the design of that plinth design on the bases. So that's the attack dogs. Now we're looking at the gun dogs, and these are obviously much bigger than the attack dogs, and they come on nice oval bases, which look absolutely wonderful. I just love the look of these guys. They look absolutely wonderful, and as you've seen earlier, the miniatures that you get in this box set are all plastic, so they all go together really simple with some plastic glue. And this is Jesse James, and I love the kneeling down pose with the two guns there. Just wonderful. I know I'm gushing over these miniatures, guys, and saying how I absolutely love them, but I really do. I've seen the miniatures first of all from a friend who got me onto them, and as soon as I seen the miniatures I was like, I have got to get these miniatures. They look absolutely epic. Now, what I haven't said about this box set so far, guys, is that on Goblin Gaming it's just £28, and you get 10 highly detailed miniatures for that. You get the rule book, you get the playing cards, you get the stat cards, and all the other gubbins that come in the set, like dice and markers, for £28. Now that's the price of a single HQ miniature nearly from Games Workshop. You just cannot argue at the value of this box set. This is Frank James, another great pose, holding a rifle in his hand there. This is Wyatt Earp, another brilliant kneeling down pose, guys. I'm so excited to paint these up. I don't know which one I'll paint up first. It might be Jesse James actually with the double gun pose, but Wyatt Earp's a good contender as well with that shield and rifle on his back there, looking really nice. This is Doc Holliday, a very casual pose. Then we've got one of my favourite miniatures of this box set, the Interceptor, and this just looks absolutely epic, guys. Now this could easily be a £20 standalone miniature, and it just looks epic, guys. I love the oversized chunky treads on the tyres there, really cool looking. And I have to tip my hat to the sculptors that have designed these miniatures. They've done such a wonderful job. And lastly, out of the 10 miniatures we get in the box set, this is the Frontier Outrider. Now what I've done is, from an old Games Workshop flying base, I've put a peg underneath it and made it look like he's flying, because this is like a hover type craft. And I thought it'd look much better being placed in the air than actually being glued to the base. But you could use a bit of old sprue to prop him up in the air there if you wanted to. You don't need to use a clear peg. But I just love the look of this miniature. Absolutely epic. Okay guys, we'll come back in a moment with a last thoughts on the box set. So we've got all the miniatures lined up on the turntable, guys, and as you can see, what a fantastic bunch of miniatures you get in this starter set. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, I paid just £28 for this box set, and just for the miniatures alone, it's worth the entry price in my personal opinion, let alone having a big thick full rule book, all the other components that we need to start the game. For £28, guys, you just cannot go wrong. I can't wait to try the game, guys. Sorry I can't give you much more information at this moment in time about the game, but it seems absolutely fantastic. From what I've read and what I've been told, it plays really, really well. Now, let me know what you think of these miniatures in the comments field down below. Are you going to pick this box set up? Are you thinking of getting into Wild West Exodus? Please check out Warcradle Studios site, and you can find out more about the factions in the game. And don't forget to check the description box down below for Goblin Gaming, where you can get this at just £28. I think I've said that about 4 or 5 times now, guys, but I'm just so shell shocked at what you get for the price. I really am. But anyway, guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Check the description box for links down below. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.